The unique story of Herbalife success is the story of philosophy, the Mark Hughes philosophy. Those that do the work should get the pay, regardless of any other circumstances or any other criteria. Those that do the work. If a teenager does the work, gets the pay. Retired person does the work, gets the pay. A mother at home with her children does the work, gets the pay. No discrimination here, regardless of nationality, regardless of religion, regardless of who you are, color, whatever, doesn't matter. Those that do the work get the pay. Mark's philosophy, it is unique. Mark's philosophy of always be sincere. Everyone is a possibility as a prospect. All prospects are equal. You never know who's going to respond, so always, number one, be sincere. Always do your best. 3, always give the complete story. Give someone a chance. That kind of philosophy. Incredible. Next, the unique Herbalife success is a success of unique reputation. Herbalife started small, but kept building and kept growing. Would Mark be reckless with the money? Would he spend it all? Would he be careless? Would he work it for a while, disappear over the hill? What is going to be the developing reputation of Herbalife by the time it reaches its 20th year? Well, it is now obvious to the whole world. It is now obvious not only to the distributors who participate, but those who watch on the sidelines, the communities and the states and the cities that have watched the Herbalife distributors work their magic with customers, other distributors, building an organization, and then coming back, making contributions to the community and the country in which they live. Mark leading the way, helping kids with drug problems, donating, mega millions to his unique family foundation, other projects. It's been a unique gathering reputation of a company that cares, a company now with a long reach, a company now with great influence. Part of it is in the industry that we're part of, health and nutrition. And part of it, of course, is in network marketing, right? Developing guidelines for the future so that companies will operate within those guidelines. A unique story of dignity. Mark leads the way here in a dignified manner, not a hysterical manner, and not, out of bounds, but a unique, dignified presentation with total sincerity. And it's obvious when you meet Mark. It's part of the mark of charisma. Obvious sincerity, obvious compassion, really caring about what happens to other people, obvious willingness to serve, a touch of humility. That's what builds a classic success story and the man that leads the way, dignity. The unique Herbalife success story is now that Herbalife has found a place in history. And this will be more obvious as the opening years come of the new century, looking back as we recount the 20th century. And already there are broadcasts and television and movies and all kinds of presentations now about this unbelievable century, the 20th. As disturbing as it was at times with the Great Wars, and even now with the troubles in certain parts of the world, part of the century dominated by dictators that are now almost all gone. It's been some kind of century. My father was born in 1903. I was hoping he would have lived until the turn of the new century, because that would have been something, to have had 97 years in the 20th century. But anyway, a place in history. And as we look back on this century, business, social, politics, personal, community, nations, the global dynamics, Herbalife's going to have an extraordinary place in terms of its story, its effect on people, its contribution to the industry, and the effect it's had on people who've become leaders, not just in Herbalife, but in the community, in their religion, in politics and whatever. An extraordinary story. Part of it's going to be a guide for the future. Herbalife success story. If you're thinking of doing it right, you got to take a look at the Herbalife model. How it got started, the sincerity with which it was launched, the man who developed the skills, whatever necessary to keep it going, Whatever was required, he learned it. Whatever was necessary, he did it. Whatever was necessary, he bought it. Whatever was necessary, he created it. Whoever was necessary, he attracted. That's an extraordinary story. So, what a place. Herbalife serving as a role model. If you want to do it right in network marketing, if you want to do it right in health and nutrition, if you want to do it right in the rewards you give those who participate, here's the way to do it. This is a model for all time. And as we close out this century and open up the next one, I'm telling you, the next century is going to use Herbalife as a model. But we've got a lot more years to go, so we're also going to be the model for the opening years of the 21st century. I'm glad you're part of it.